What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. The Dereck Lively hype train is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger as every postseason game goes because he's getting on the national stage and more people are getting eyes. And he's been really good all year long, but truly he's probably been the Mavericks' third most important player throughout this playoff run where they're now up 3-0 on the Timberwolves, which is a big team that they're playing against. And there's been a lot of times where he's been the best big on the floor in this series that has guys like Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert on the other side. So that's not to give him too much credit because I don't want to overblow it, but he's been awesome. And I think he's the perfect center for guys like Luka and Kyrie to play off of. And he's been playing really, really well. And he's a rookie, which is the craziest part. He's a rookie out there with dudes that have been in the playoffs before and are, all-star level players. And he's holding his own and playing very well. Do you agree with me that I think he's been the Mavericks' third best player in this playoff run, third most important player in the playoff run? There's been other guys that have had big games from here and there. Maybe a Derrick Jones Jr. gets a lot of credit. Tim Hardaway had a really big game in the last series against the Thunder, but consistently, I think it's been Dereck Lively. Daniel Gafford's been good too. PJ Washington's been good too. But Lively's been that guy just because of all the things that he can do on the court that other, like Gafford, can't do. He's such a contrast in a way, while also bringing the same things. So we're going to kind of break down at least this Western Conference Final Series and how awesome he's been and kind of where that trajectory is going for his career. There's a long way to go, and the sky's the limit. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like this kind of content, please like the video. But to keep it simply, dude's 13 for 13 shooting in the Western Conference Finals, and it's a lot of lobs and it's a lot of dunks. It's a lot of that, right? You're going to get, but that's good because with Luka putting Jaden McDaniels in jail, he has to be ready to capitalize on those lobs, and he's literally been perfect. Do want to, hope that he's okay. He did take a nasty knee to the back of the head from Cat. I think it was an accident. Cat, they were just going for the ball. Things like that happen when you're on the ground, unfortunately. They said it was like a neck strain or something like that, so it's probably some sort of concussion. Along with that, just the way the knee looked like it hit him. But hopefully he's good. Maybe miss a game and then come back as long as he's good. Just get that out the way because he's been incredible for them. And if they have to go games without him, that's a big, big loss. You're having a guy that is a great lob threat, a great rim protector, a brick wall of a screener, and is good in the short rolls. So when he sets the screen and rolls down low to the middle to the free throw line, Luka's getting in the ball and he's making the right decision either to go dunk it, go finish, or kick to the corner or find the open guy. He's been really good at doing that. So when they double Luka and now you're playing 4-on-3 on the behind it, you have an advantage because he's really good with the ball and he's a good quick decision maker, which not a lot of centers are. So that's super valuable having that because you see the difference in the game 3 tonight when he exits and Daniel Gafford gets put in those situations. He doesn't make the right reaction fast enough, and it turns into a turnover, charge, travel, whatever. Dereck Lively doesn't really run into those issues, and that's why he's so important to the Mavs' success. And I think decision making from your big man, especially out when they're rolling, is so important because it opens up the 3-point line, gets your other guys shots, gets PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr. corner threes. It just expands the floor. And when you have a center that's giving you 2 or 3 assists a game, those are freebies. Those are extra on top of it because you have Luka and Kyrie controlling the ball for 90% of the game. So when you have a center that's creating an open shot for somebody else a couple of times a game and it's a 3-pointer, that could be 3 to 5 to 6 points a game that are just extra on just icing on top. So that is super important. I don't want that to go under the radar because he's really good at it at a very young age. And I just imagine what he's going to look like in 2 to 3 years out of that. If he gets a jumper or if he gets a mid-range or he gets a floater or he gets just the development that you expect from a big man, it could be crazy. Looking at his 3-game sample size in the Western Conference Finals, taking game 3 with a grain of salt because he only played 9 minutes or so before the injury. But game 1, he was a plus 19 and a 3-point win in the plus minus. So the team was 19 points better when he was on the floor. That's great. Game 2, he was a plus 2 and a 1-point win. Those 2 points are very, very important, and he had several lobs that were cash money dunks. And that's huge in a game where even if one of those lobs, he doesn't catch it or loses it or blows the dunk, they might lose that game. It's crazy when you think about it that way. Game 3 tonight, he was a plus 1 in 9 minutes. He was playing well, though, while he was out there. The team offensively was flowing a lot better. And then you kind of see them, they were kind of stuck in mud a little bit in the third quarter. And obviously they found their way out in the fourth. But the offense just flows better when he's on the floor. Offensive rating is a 133 with him on the floor. That's what his offensive rating is. To put that into perspective for you, Nikola Jokic's offensive rating last season in the championship run was 133. So they have the same exact one. Not saying that he's Nikola Jokic, of course, and it's determined by the other four guys that are on the floor with you at that time. But the offense is really damn good when Dereck Lively's on the floor. That's basically what that says. And they're a 121 defensive rating, so they're plus 12 on the net rating when he's on the floor. That's winning games. That's championship level stuff right there from your rookie center that is figuring this out on the fly. And I think that this just goes to show how valuable he is with the Luka Doncic and the Kyrie Irving, because those guys, like Kyrie is a lightning bolt off the screen. Luka's more of a slow, methodical, find the lob. Kyrie's exploding and attacking, and then it's Dereck Lively putbacks, or it's a lob that he is coming off the dunker spot. He helps them out so much on the court. When you have two stars who are awesome and show up in big moments, like we've seen them do in this series, you need that screener, that roller that's going to alleviate the pressure when they take on that double team. And hence, Dereck Lively being awesome in the short roll or being ready for the lobs. He's just been fantastic in that. And maybe this is thinking too far along, but I do think he could be like a top 5 center in the league. Like if he develops a little bit better of a post game and more of a mid-range jumper or something along those lines, like the sky's the limit for him. He's only, like 19 or 20? Like he could very easily be that good. And he's playing spot minutes, 20 to 25, maybe 28, 30 minutes a game sometimes, depending how the matchups are going. But when you get him, because he's going to be their center of the future, when you have him playing 30 to 32 to 33, 34 minutes, like those numbers are going to be really damn good. And they're going to be like the team collectively is going to play a lot better because he's getting better and they're great when he's on the floor. We could be talking in 3 years or so. This is an all-star caliber center that's playing alongside possibly the best player in the world at that point in time in Luka Doncic. And we'll see what's up with Kyrie at that point. But ultimately, that's really, really good to have that in your back pocket. And you drafted it at like 15th overall or whatever he was. That's, like the OKC Thunder felt his presence in the last series. The Clippers felt his presence in the last series. And Mavs fans are enjoying his presence. And he's just really good. Really good, does a lot. Like he makes winning plays, and I think for a rookie center, you typically see them make a lot of bonehead mistakes. He's really doesn't do that, which is rare. And I think that if it's rare, it needs to be spoken on. Let me know in the comments, what do you think his potential is for center, power forward, whatever. I view him as a strictly a 5, but let me know what you think his potential is. Do you think he's an all-star player in the future? Do you think even bigger? Do you think he's a top 5 center? Like what's the thought process on his future? Because he's so young and he's playing so good in like a really confined, like crafted role for him that Jason Kidd's given him, which has been awesome. He's excelling and doing everything that he's asked at like an A+ level. So I don't know. The sky's the limit. Dude's awesome. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. But I know one thing for sure, the Dallas Mavericks do not get up 3-0 on the Timberwolves or get to the Western Conference Finals without Dereck Lively's hell of an impact performances. And they're looking really good for their center of the future. And that's when you get your center of the future at pick 15 or whatever he was at. I know he wasn't top 10. That's hell of a draft pick right there. That's all I got to say. But thanks for watching. I'm done. Peace.